whale. Welcome to another spoiler review episode.
Today's spoiler special review. A mysterious traveller blackmails a young TSA agent into letting a dangerous package slip through security and onto a Christmas Eve flight. The new Netflix film, Carry On, starring Jason Bateman and Taron Egerton. Enjoy our conversation. Welcome to the spoiler special of the new film that's just come out on Netflix recently called Carry On. And not camping, Carry On, bombing up airplanes. Today it's James with us. Drew's not here, but we have Michael replacing regular guest. How you doing, Michael?
Doing great.
Fantabby dozy. James, you good? James is just humming. Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll talk about this film. I don't know how much James has watched of it, but he's definitely put it on at some point. So, yeah, just to give everyone a reminder of the film, it's the film starring Taron Egerton and Jason Bateman, and it's basically Die Hard 2 2024, basically, isn't it?
Sounds remind me a bit of Phone Booth for a bit.
To a degree. So, yeah, it's basically about... Oh, I don't know. How would you describe it?
Do you know how I would describe it? It's John McClane origin story. That's what it felt like.
Just a bit younger, yeah.
Yeah, it felt like, oh, this is how John McClane became a... I think it was written that way, and then somebody said, nah, Bruce Willis, leave him alone. Just make it a separate end. It felt like that from the get-go.
Well, the bit that... Right, so I really enjoyed it. Just for context, Drew hated it. Drew thought it was a pile of rubbish. He messaged me yesterday saying that. But I wouldn't be that harsh on it, because I don't think it's meant to be taken as like a big film. It's just meant to be like...
That's why it's not at a cinema.
Well, yeah, exactly. And it's kind of perfect for Netflix, because I'd say the first 20 minutes or so are a struggle to get through, because it's quite try hard, and I'm laying down plot points so everyone gets what's going to happen later.
He's a runner.
A bit forced.
He did track in high school. It's like, he's going to do some running.
It's like, just before I go to work, I'm going to say to Taron, you're just going to say to him, oh, by the way, when we get off our shift tonight, you still need to reapply back to the forces to get back into the police.
Yeah, some of the
like, ugh.
Can I just say, I actually did enjoy it, although I thought it was a pretty piss-poor ending. I was disappointed with the ending, I'm not going to lie.
I thought the ending was good.
No, I thought the really bad dialogue really ramped up the last 15 minutes.
Yeah, but it connected to the beginning. The beginning was crap. The ending was the same crap. It kind of clicked into that. But the middle bit was good.
I like the kind of detail, the kind of slow build-up, and the whole going-ons in the airport. I like that kind of thing, do you know what I mean? It does remind you of a Die Hard movie. Die Hard 2 was better. I'm just going to say that right now. Die Hard 2 is a far superior movie. Kind of based on the same stuff, really.
For me, it was just a classic Saturday afternoon movie which doesn't take too much brain power. You could nip out, go for a drink, get a coffee or whatever, come back and not have to have like loads of stuff explained to you. Like, it's just an easy watching film, I think.
Yeah.
See, I disagree. I was gripped. Like, apart from the first few minutes,
gripped, but it's like one of the things. If you watched it again, you're not like gonna miss. It's like, you're not one of them films like, you know, you go out of the room for 5 seconds, come back, and half the cast are dead. It's like, it's quite a basic plot.
Yeah. But I think it's very well done.
I think Jason Bateman was really good, and I love Jason Bateman, and I think he did a good bad guy.
Yeah, and if you listen to the podcast Smartless, him as a real person, he's a great director and actor, but he's just dopey. He's just a dopey idiot that bumbles along. And when you hear, and he's silly and funny, and when you see him do a serious part like this, you know, he's believable. It's believable that he will, fuck you up, kill someone, and do some pretty nasty things. I still don't fully understand the point of what he was trying to do. I guess it was that politician
on the plane
to blame Russia.
Never fly with diplomats.
Yeah, exactly. But that's it. The synopsis is basically the Taron Egerton. He's working at the airport. He's doing the bag check, and someone forcefully gives him a the earbud and says, "This is mine," and insinuates to him. He puts it in his ear, and it's someone who says he's not a terrorist but doing terroristery things, saying all you need to do is do nothing. The guy with the red cap will put a bag in, do nothing, and when it goes past, it's clearly
Our
some
government would
sort
have
of
been quite
bomb.
good at that, wouldn't they?
Who?
Our current government would have been quite good at abiding that instruction.
To be honest, if that actually happened to you, in an instant, you just go, nope, switch your phone off. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? That whole.
They haven't got the
"Oh,
time to threaten you.
I'll listen to what he's got to say. No.
But the thing is that even Sadie pointed out as well is that when I was going through the thing, yeah, you physically didn't go, there's something there. But computers are that clever these days. If the computer sees it, it's going to get flagged up. That
It's going to
human's irrelevant.
Yeah, because humans are corruptible. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I actually said that as well. It's like that would, if something, some sort of contaminant or explosive, that would definitely set off alarm bells. Do you know what I mean?
Well, because they made the point that we have to go through carry-on, hence the film, so that it can go through because there's baggage check, because it goes on the main plane. It's got proper scanners.
Yeah.
But I would disagree. I'd say both of them have proper scanners.
Yeah.
They're probably it's probably it would pick up explosives and stuff like that. Might not be able to pick up drugs, and that's probably what the humans are there for, because that's quite tricky to pick up.
Drugs are bad and kind.
Anal
do you like the bit where we did the bingo though, where it's like it's Christmas? I think the bingo. If you have a dildo or you have drugs, you take it off.
Bingo.
But I did think it was exciting. I thought, like you say, Jason Bateman was believable. That fight in the toilet, that was good.
Yeah, I thought I don't know. How do you say his name? Joel Egerton. What is his name?
Taron Egerton.
Taron. I always forget his name. Sorry. Who's a really good actor. I don't know.
He's one of my favourite actors.
Sometimes you just need to man up. You know how like all that. Oh, if a guy's, you've got a gun in your hand, just shoot him. You know what I mean? Deal with the bigger problems later. See all that going. I was disappointed his boss get killed.
Yeah, that was bad, wasn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't really necessary. Do you know what I mean?
What, Hank from Breaking Bad?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
He had a belly on him, didn't he? He had a belly on him.
But I thought there was a good relationship with him. That whole kind of
it was going to improve. It was a relationship I'd like to have seen. Something at the end be rewarded for. But
that guy's belly was the star of the show. I couldn't believe what I was looking at.
Maybe it was his bulletproof vest.
It looked fake.
But again, that scene was to show that the guy in the red cap, spoiler, don't need to say that, it's a spoiler episode, but it shows how desperate the other guy is.
Yeah.
You know, that it was there for that plot point.
But he didn't look that desperate going through. He looked pretty casual, like. So, because you're thinking he's in on it as in like some sort of terrorist or something, but when you seen him going in really casual and why? I mean, I'm not being funny. If that was anybody else, you'd be like a rabbit in the headlights. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But obviously that would give away the kind of suspense. But I knew 100% that his gay husband was going to shoot the guy.
Yeah.
Or run him over. I thought he was going to run him over or something. I was like, he's going to kill him.
Yeah. That was very predictable, but I didn't know that was his gay husband until literally when we found out who the guy was.
Yeah, me neither.
Who's this guy?
I thought it was a guy's van.
Something? Yeah, I just thought I'd missed something because there's a guy in a van. I'm like, who's this?
The guy that was in the van, the guy that was on the computer and with the hitman, he's a great actor. He's I can't remember his
Rossi.
name. He's a great actor. He was in was it Luke Cage? What's the superhero thing?
Yeah, Luke Cage, Sons of Anarchy. He's in the Penguin.
He's in the Penguin. He's actually potentially going to be the new Scarecrow.
Oh, really?
Because he's a doctor in Gotham. Arkham Asylum in Penguin, and it's not really giving you. So he's either Hugo Strange, or he's the Scarecrow. We're not too sure yet, but he's a great actor regardless. So, although he was kind of underplayed in that, he was kind of just the guy in the van, wasn't he? But good actor.
He was still good. I thought it was quite terrifying when he came out when they realised who he was and he came after them. It was
a bit Terminator-y that point, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I don't. There is some things. It's like I'm not being funny. On any airport in the world, especially LAX, has got more security than anywhere else in the world as an airport, and she's like running through a car park, and there's just nobody there to. It's just things like that. You're like, why don't they just shout "gun" and then everybody hits the ground, and then that guy's
Yeah.
standing with his dick in his hand. You know what I mean? There's just things that you go. I
Well,
know
that's
it's
it.
for dramatic effect, but why did he not just take her through the back rather than lead her through the front? It just outside, like it just. And she's looking for a guy in a booth. Do you know what I mean? There's just things that are like plot hole. Come on, just as an
Yeah,
actor, you would
there's some
as
bits
an
that are
actor you
just
would think, why not
basic.
just run in there? Do you know what I
Well,
mean?
as well, like because at the very beginning they turn up to just their daily commute looks. I would have given up that job ages ago. Like a long commute through LA frickin' traffic to get to your place of work. Oh no, that's not your place of work. That's where you get the shuttle bus.
The shuttle
Go
bus
right in,
from
and
the
then when
car
you're
park.
in, then you've got to walk half a mile. It's like
I know.
ridiculous.
No one they had to say he ran track.
Yeah, which means like that's what makes the running away scene for that her more insane because we just witnessed 20 minutes ago how much traffic and people are in every corner of every part of
The
the
world.
scenes. And then when she's running, it's ghost town.
Yeah.
That's not realistic. Didn't
No.
even pick up on that at the time though.
Not even an airport. And even when he went to get her the first time and she had the sniper dot on her head, I'm like, why would you not instinctively just pull her to the ground? Do you know what I mean?
Oh, instant.
Like rather than all right, and the guy's chatting him in his ear like you've got 3 seconds to stop. Just pull off and duck for
Yeah,
cover. Do you know
just
what I mean?
run.
There's things that are just I don't know. I've never seen things like any that. I recently watched all the Lethal Weapons, and I recently watched the Die Hards probably over the summer, and there's nothing in those films, literally nothing that are that stupid where we're pointing out things and I go, that just wouldn't happen in that sense. I know obviously some of the fight scenes and all that are a bit elaborate, but instinctively the things that happen in these films, they're quite on point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's
There's
more the
not
cheesy dialogue sometimes or the
no,
silly things that are
aye,
said.
and if the dialogue's there, it's usually after he's killed somebody and there's the bit of cheese ball. Could have done me a bit of that,
Yeah.
but just things
James,
that
how far did you get through the film? What bit did you get to?
I watched the whole thing.
All right. What did you think of the car fight?
the
That
car fight was
was,
terrible.
I mean, it was brilliant. Very CGI, and it takes you out a little bit because that's the first time CGI is really used. But it was a wicked fight. It was good. It was,
I like how they just topple the car at 70 miles per hour and then he's like, oh, hold on, I'll choke you to death.
yeah, and she still walks away.
I was
So,
in a
go on,
car.
James. What was your favourite bit of it? Struggling.
Like I said, nothing stands out. It was a good film, but it was very like there was nothing. I thought this is amazing. Nothing sort of right for me. It was just a middle of the road film. And it wasn't great, wasn't bad. It was just good. Like it was entertaining. It was fun,
Would you
but
put
it
it
didn't
on
really have
next
any real
Christmas?
substance.
Would you
Huh?
watch it next Christmas?
I'd watch it next week, maybe.
Would you?
Yeah, it's an easy watching film. I thought that is like up there with things like The Beekeeper and a similar film.
I never saw
Obviously,
The
it's not.
Beekeeper.
It's not a similar film, but it's a similar type of film. In that case,
Easy
if you were
watching.
on a Sunday afternoon and you were like doing something else and you wanted something on, I'd stick it on.
But then how many times have you watched Die Hard?
Probably like 10 at least.
See, there's films that I do watch annually. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's just like Die Hard for me as
I
a
wouldn't
Christmas movie.
associate it with watching it at a specific time of year. I might watch it in, just be like one night, just be a bit like
Yeah, if
sort
it's
of doing
on, yeah, you'll
something
probably
or
watch it.
editing, and I'll just stick it on and pay attention to it.
I don't think there's anything Christmassy about it. I know it was meant to be near Christmas, but
And I
there
wouldn't
was
class it as
no.
anything to do with
And that
Christmas, no.
film,
Huh?
that film was set in Christmas Eve.
Yeah, I know, but there was nothing Christmassy. I didn't see anything
I know, but
Christmassy.
it starts off with Christmas music, it ends with Christmas music. It's trying to be a Christmas movie.
Yeah, I mean, they put in some good, funny moments, put some Christmas music in during like the car fight scene, and
Last Christmas.
It was basically them saying, "I know this is cheesy, so
Yeah.
let's ramp it up." So that's what made it enjoyable. If they made it serious, of like dun 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 dun
Do you
dun
not
dun
think-
dun dun,
Do you not
it would
think
look
movies
crap.
are so much better when there's kind of Christmas is in the background. It adds a bit of atmosphere.
Well, that's the problem with Die Hard and all these other films, is that, you know, there's so many Christmas films that are not Christmas films. They're just films which happen to be at Christmas
How
time.
dare you?
I'm not saying about Die Hard. I'm just saying like Die Hard and other. There's like dozens of films out there that's
Lethal
got
Weapon.
nothing to do with Christmas,
Lethal
and they're not
Weapon.
Christmassy.
Lethal Weapon's a Christmas movie.
Well, yeah, it's not.
Batman Returns, Christmas movie.
Again, it's not.
It is.
It just happens to be at Christmas.
No, it's a Christmas movie. If you say Merry Christmas in it, it's a Christmas movie.
I don't think that
It's not a
counts.
Santa Claus movie, but it's a Christmas movie. Would you say Love Actually is a Christmas movie?
Yes.
Right, so it's not about Christmas.
Yeah, it is. It's
It
half
is.
the film
It's
they're
about-
buying Christmas presents.
It's about love, actually.
They buy Christmas presents and stuff, and they're talking about it all.
I know, but they
Yeah,
buy
but-
Christmas presents and Batman Begins too. Do you know what I mean? He's literally bumps into Catwoman while Christmas shopping. Do you know what I mean? Eyes Wide Shut. Christmas movie.
No.
Yeah.
Home Alone.
Yeah. Home Alone's about bad parenting and home invasion. Christmas movie.
But it's very heavy Christmas. And it's
But
I think a Christmas movie is uplifting, family friendly, positive, and Home
Gremlins?
Alone works into that.
Gremlins is a Christmas movie.
Jingle all the way.
Yeah, I'd agree with you on that one. But that is in the middle of snow. That is like uber Christmas.
Kevin, you don't get to pick and choose. These are Christmas movies.
I can be contradictive. I can be a hypocrite.
What about Jingle All the Way? That's great. Like punches the reindeer.
Epic movie. So underplayed. They were sued. So they actually plagiarized the script. I was reading that recently. Somebody plagiarized the script to Jingle All the Way, and they had to pay $15 million or something to the writer.
Wow. I mean, Red 1 apparently is absolutely bombed at the cinema.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. I watched
It's
that
on
last
Prime.
night.
It's on Prime now for free.
Do you know,
Red
do you know,
1?
Do you know what
Yeah,
makes Red
it was
1 bad?
I messaged you last week saying it's free on Prime.
Didn't only do like 35 million box
I
office
said
or something.
this looks shit, but your kid might like it because it's definitely more for kids. Maybe, I don't know.
Do you know what ruins it? The Rock.
Yeah, he ruins everything.
The Rock plays The Rock in everything. He needs cargo pants.
The Rock is... I don't think The Rock will be around much longer.
Do not
Because-
tell me he's wearing cargo pants in a Christmas movie.
Well, he wears some sort of fucking like combat ready to rumble kind of outfit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but if you think about it, if Red 1 lost 200 million...
Did it
Black
lose
Adam
200
lost-
million?
Well, they said it costs... If The Rock's in it, it probably costs 250 million to make.
Chris Evans was great in it. Chris Evans
Kev,
always
Google
good.
it. What was the budget and box office of Red 1?
We'll do it in the Christmas episode.
Yeah,
But for now,
I know we're having
Um,
Christmas
But yeah, The
chat.
Rock's
Sorry.
turning into like a hand grenade because Black Adam didn't exactly do well. He hasn't had a hit for a while. Moana, okay, he's in that will do well, but he's had
Yes.
quite a few misses.
yeah, he's just not very good.
It doesn't make Moana didn't make money because of The Rock though. It made it because little girls want to wear.
It made it
Who
because
look at
Moana, the
sketch-
first one, is actually a really good film.
Yeah, it was. I agree.
But
Apparently,
like,
the second one is better.
Carry On actually has been getting amazing reviews online. It's been getting 10 out of 10s
Yeah,
everywhere.
that's ridiculous.
And
Like,
83% on Rotten Tomatoes. But again, it like we said before, it's kind of appealing to a broader audience anyway, isn't it? So
the sort of
it's
people who give
enjoyable
that
for
10 out
everyone.
of 10 are the sort of people that put Armageddon in the top 10 films of all time. Like, they're like pop cinema. It's not a perfect film. You're telling me it's on par with Shawshank Redemption?
No, this taking its context. When people say 10 out of 10, they're not comparing to every movie ever. They're just
Well, that's a pointless metric then.
They just,
They're
it's
not
enjoying
comparing
the
to
film.
anything.
not
Well, no,
disappointed.
Well, no. It's completely different metrics. Like you can't. I can if I rate a horror film over a rom-com, a 10 out of 10 rom-com. For me, that's a 10 out of 10 rom-com, like Notting Hill or something like that, or About a Boy. That I'm not saying is better than The Shining. Do you know what I mean?
You're just saying that you weren't disappointed. You enjoyed it. Fully
It was
for what
incredible.
it
Yeah, it was an incredible film. 10 out of 10. Couldn't have been better if it tried.
Yeah,
but
those people shouldn't review. That's like saying
I'm
that's like
guilty.
I'm giving something a 10 out of 10 with nothing to compare it to. So obviously it's going to be perfect 'cause it's got nothing to compare it to.
I'm guilty of doing that, James. I always see the good in things. Like if I watch a film, no matter how crap it is, like if I didn't enjoy anything in Carry On, I would have still enjoyed Jason Bateman's performance. So I'll
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
give it glory for that.
For
And
me,
so
the only metric is IMDb. That's the only.
I'll tell you IMDb in a
Rotten
second.
Tomatoes, I'm pretty sure, is owned by Sony.
yeah,
Jason Bateman, isn't it weird that Jason Bateman's performance is one of the best part? Well, Taron Egerton is the best part acting wise, but Jason Bateman is so captivating. But he is playing just a serious Jason Bateman. He's done that role many times where
yeah.
he's just level headed, speaks direct, no fucking about, and it comes across as
He did have a
scary.
bit of extra darkness behind the eyes though. When I was
Yeah, the
watching him,
baseball
like
cap and the long hair helped.
yeah,
What would you give out of 10 then, Kev?
Solid. I'd go above average. I'd say 3.5 out of 5.
No, out of 10. We were talking about 10 out of 10s, weren't
I
we?
would give it a 7 out of 10.
Use your maths.
You
That
do
is
7.
literally
You give it a
7.
7 out of 10 then.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'd give it a 7.
yeah. Looking at IMDb on the featured reviews at the top, these are out of 10. 4 stars. Emptiest airport ever. 6 stars. Nothing special. Mediocre for most of the part.
But what's the average number of stars and how many people voted?
1 sec. 4 star. Frustrating. This movie has great premise, great actors, great characters. Unfortunately, the longer the movie goes on, the more frustrating it gets. Whereas I thought it got better the longer it went on.
Yeah,
Until
what's
very
the
ending.
overall score and how many people?
And here's James's joke ahead of him. Weakest of the series so far. Well, call me old-fashioned, but in my opinion, this is by far the weakest entry into the Carry On series to date. It
Can
got
I just say?
6.6.
I would have
How
given
many
an
votes?
Sorry, go on, Michael.
I would have given it an 8 if his girlfriend didn't end up on the tarmac at the end. And I say that I was
How many
like,
people voted?
she shouldn't be on the tarmac at the end.
Yeah, it's weird. And I love how the cop just goes, "Let him through, let her
I
through,
know,
let
I
them
know.
through."
So it got 6 and a bit. Or how many votes?
286 users.
That's not many. When it gets over 1,000, you can start like kind of.
But 6.6, perfect. That's pretty much
We
what
said
we said.
7, didn't we? So
Yeah,
But
that's
I do.
as
I
close
hate
as you can get.
that. These are the little things that really piss me off. Like not only in the middle of a runway, like they're about 4 miles probably away from a terminal, and she's like
Yeah,
running out, and I was like, she better not be on the tarmac for him coming off that plane. And there she pushes through by a couple of cops, and then that cop's like, let him go. And it's like, well, why don't you cuff him? Question him first of all, just in case.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's a
And it's
terrorist circumstance going on. Everyone
Yeah.
should be cuffed until they've had a full-on interview.
Yeah, and at least stay there until we get you hazmated under a. You know what I mean? You've been exposed to a deadly toxin.
Yeah, and just because this kid, Taron Egerton's running around and managed to do something good that you think is good, the police officer wouldn't go, "Give me a call."
I know.
When you're
I like
better,
your
give me a
instincts.
call. Like,
Can I just ask, what was it he
no,
lied
you
on his
still need to pass
application?
the test to become a cop. You can't just be a
I
cop.
kind of missed. I missed what he actually done on his application for the police force. What was it he did? Why was he rejected for the police
Oh,
force?
he failed 3 times or something like that. And he goes, he failed the lie detector because something about his dad, because his dad did something, didn't he? Is that right?
Is that what it
Kev,
was?
I know my favourite part
Can
now.
you remember it, James? Can you remember that bit first?
No, but the favourite part was when he puts Matey Boy in the fridge.
Yeah.
But he
And then the
smashed
thing
it.
goes off.
Perfectly sized fridge.
But
Reminds me of The Rock. The Rock, where he squeezes the little green balls.
yeah,
Can we
but
just bring up one thing about these films, right? Yes, he may have been good at track in high school, but unless he carried on doing that, 20 years later, he's probably not that good anymore. I played basketball every day when I was at college. I haven't played for probably 10 years, so probably not very good anymore. And your cardio doesn't just stick around, does it?
no, they should
Stupid.
have started off him doing a morning run.
You're like Rocky.
Yeah, raw eggs. Oof.
Or doing a power walk with the local biddies.
Can I just say also, like, if you want to compare chemical warfare films, The Rock, can't get any better than that.
The Rock is incredible.
Like The
I don't
Rock.
know. It's not technically chemical warfare, but one of my favorite like virus programs is Outbreak.
Oh,
Remember that with Cuba
Dustin
Gooding,
Hoffman.
Dustin Hoffman,
Great movie.
Rene Russo talking about Lethal Weapon.
Marcel the Monkey.
Marcel the Monkey of Friends fame.
Oh,
It's a great movie.
Can't you see this guy is dying?
do you want a
Remember
couple
that
of
Van
facts?
Damme and Friends?
I want 4
Yeah.
facts.
4. I'll give you 8. No, 4.
No.
What you doing?
This is the first film by Amblin Entertainment to be released under their multiple film deal with Netflix. So
But
that means they're
Amblin the
gonna,
ones that did E.T.
yeah.
So Spielberg.
And yeah, they talk about Carry On in the trivia here, which is like, it's just silly. He goes, they actually have to put in the trivia, there is no link between this film and the famous long-running Carry On franchise, directed by great British director Gerald Thomas. And it says the 31 comedy films under the original Carry On franchise cost the same amount in total to produce as this one film.
That's evident if you ever watch one of them.
And allowing for inflation, the original movies would have cost about the same individually as this Netflix film.
Yeah, but
Yeah, you wonder what their budget was really, because I'm not being funny. It would have been a fake terminal, and then a few. That CG, they didn't spend much on that CGI fight in the car scene anyway.
I
No,
mean, the CGI is never going to be worse than She-Hulk, is it? Ever.
Oh my god, that
Ever in the world.
what was wrong? What I tried to enjoy that, and I was like, "What the fuck am I actually watching?
Do you
Why?
remember the
Why
scene?
why is everything now just everything's like a female lead, and it just
It never does well, does it?
And it tanks. Like,
Never goes the other way around, though. You wouldn't see Charlie's Angels and it's 3 blokes.
3 guys.
People go mental,
Because
wouldn't
who wants to see that? You know what I mean? Charlie's dudes.
Charlie's Geezers.
Charlie's Hells Angels.
It's Charlie Hunnam,
Three
Vinnie
big guys with
Jones,
barbed
and bloody
beards.
what's he called? Oh, I can't think now.
Mark Strong.
Jason Statham.
What do you
I
want,
was try-
Charlie?
I was reminded there just about one of James's jokes a while ago that still makes me laugh. Have you seen the film Drive Away Dolls with Margaret Qualley?
I watched this clip last night, Kevin, was like giggling at it.
That's probably why. I think it maybe popped up. Drive Away Dolls. It's fantastic. And the original title, because this was written in early 2000s by the director's wife. So it's Ethan Cohen and Ethan Cohen's wife that wrote it. But they wrote it in like 2002 or something. I can't remember.
Frances McDermott?
I think you could be right.
The actress?
Trisha Cook.
Or that must be the other,
His
the
previous.
other Coen brother. No, probably
Yeah.
there's 2 brothers, so it's probably the other Coen brothers.
But she's bisexual. So when they wrote it, and back then there was less PC stuff, so the film title was Drive Away Dykes.
Right. That doesn't
And
play.
then James can tell he's his punchline.
No, I better just send him the clip.
I'll send you the clip. But yeah, it's Drive Away Dykes, and at the very end of the film, it still says Drive Away Dykes, but they had to call it Drive Away Dolls because it's not very
I'll
PC
send you
world.
the link to the clip, Kev, or I'll send one of you the links. I've got it on my recents on TikTok.
I think Dyke's always been an offensive word, isn't
it? James goes, you can't have that for men, can you? Can't make a film called See You Later, Gays. I'd love to see that film. We're going to see tonight. See You Later, Gays.
Yeah, in a bit, puffs.
Homosexual.
There's no hate to gay people, by the way. We're just making a joke about it.
Yeah, then again, Daniel Craig is in a film called Queer at the moment. I mean, that's as subtle as a lead balloon. So,
No, I kind of respect Joaquin Phoenix because he bailed out on the kind of gay movie that he was going to make. I think he just read the script because apparently it's going to be very visual, sexual.
What was it called? Wanking Joaquin?
Don't know. That's the sequel, I think. But he just bailed on it, and obviously there's a lot of money involved, and he's getting sued and stuff. But I think he's probably just looked at the script and went, "You know what? I'm a heterosexual man. Nah, you're all right." You know what I mean? And I really respect that if that's his reasons.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
I just
David Craig's doing some funky stuff at the moment, and it's like I respect both of them in the opposite directions. Like, if you
but
want to
then
go wild and do
the
some mad shit, do it.
the Glass Onion movies or whatever they're called,
Yeah,
he's gay,
yeah.
so he's not really jumped the puddle that much, has he? He's just basically.
But I wouldn't say I knew he was gay. He was camp, but it was never said he was gay until the second film in Glass Onion, where they knock
Is
on
it
the door
Hugh
and
Grant
Hugh
in
Grant opens it.
it?
It's like, oh, I'll go get him.
Aye, I mean, it just.
I thought that was the best part of the film. It was
Do you know,
so good.
do you know something? I thought Knives Out. Was it Knives Out?
Yeah,
Yeah, I really thought it was a great movie, right? But I didn't realise it was this kind of chain of about this detective, kind of like your Murder on the Orient Express, kind of.
yeah, but
But
it's new and it's different and it's better. Murder on the Orient Express and that other one with what's his face that was in Oppenheimer and stuff really are quite bad.
no, I know, but they're remakes of original classics. You know what I mean? But what I was going to get at is I don't see the hype with these films because there's a big hype behind them. All these actors, it's kind of like the White Lotus of movies. All these actors are all trying to be in the next kind of what's his
Just shoving them
character's
all
name?
in.
And I don't get it. They're good movies, but they're not like, oh my god, they're making it out like it's Harry Potter detective. Do you know what I mean?
I think it's just fun. It's just like if one of them come on, Sadie would be like, "Oh, we're gonna have to watch that, are we?" But I'll be like, "Yeah, we are."
Yeah.
And you'll smile and you'll laugh and you'll enjoy, and then you'll moan that it was rubbish afterwards. But you will enjoy it when it's on
Are they Netflix movies or are they Prime?
Netflix.
Netflix, yeah. I mean, I thought the
Do you-
second one was okay. Loved the first one. Second one, I thought that was all right. I think I figured it out too quick.
Do you know what I watched last night just before I watched Carry On? And it made me realise how downhill cinema's gone. Like, as in, you don't get great movies anymore, do you? And when I say great, I mean you look at the IMDb top 10. It's pretty much all films that are 20 years old, and that was Sleepers.
Epic movie.
That's a
Epic
rough
cast.
movie, innit? Rough movie.
Epic cast.
Like, you just don't get that. No one's got the bottle to do that anymore, have they?
Kevin Bacon is epic in that movie.
And Shawshank, that's another one. You're just never going to see another one in films, are you?
I don't know. You say that. I mean, I'm not being funny. Shawshank came out what 94,
Something like that, yeah.
and you wouldn't have expected. Look, I mean, the 90s is full of the 90s film
Crime.
stack is full of trash, right? But there's some
It's got
amazing.
the best crime though, hasn't it?
Oh, it's got Seven. It's got Usual Suspects.
Kiss the Girls, Along Came a Spider.
Along Came Spider. Loved those movies, but so that I think that because of what you had in the 80s, you had all this kind of popcorn movies, epic error, but for really hardcore good movies, there wasn't a lot. Great popcorn movies though. It was the decade of action movies and action stars. But all your grimy stuff was all in the 70s, and you thought you're never going to get another Godfather, you're never going to get a Serpico, and in the 90s kind of. So I'm kind of holding out that we're getting a lot of trash now, but maybe in the next 5-10 years we're going to get some great cinema
this
again.
last year has been one of the best years in recent memory for film releases, and whether that's a hangover from COVID still, I don't know. But it's been banger after banger after banger. Like if someone said pick your top 10 films this year, you're gonna have 10 solid movies. Whereas I don't think you could pick another recent year where you can pick 10 solid movies in 1 year.
Yeah. I'm trying.
Yeah, I think
do you know
this year's
something?
been good.
Been excellent.
You would need to round some off for me. Actually, there's nothing actually stands out with her.
Really?
I don't know. Yeah, do you know why? Because I watched that many old movies. Do you know what I mean?
But
Like I watched.
you got things like Poor Things, The Holdovers, Iron
Deadpool,
Claw,
Wolverine.
Deadpool, Trap, Alien Romulus, Speak No Evil, Lee, The Substance, Terrifier 3, Late Night with the Devil, Heretic.
I love the Holdovers.
Oh yeah, Late Night with the Devil was so good.
I didn't like. What was the one with Emma Stone in it?
Poor Things.
Poor Things. I thought visually it was a cracker, but I thought the storyline was pretty shit, to be honest.
We've gone off the beaten track here a bit with our spoiler thing. Should we
Yeah.
Spoiler.
We'll end this one here. Thanks for listening. I think it's a consensus that
Carry On was a good movie.
7 out of 10.
But it wasn't great, so I'll give it a good solid 7.
Worth a watch though.
But I
Or
enjoyed it.
3.5. 3.5 or 7 whales.
I don't like 1 to 5 scales, I like 1 to 10.
That's what I keep
Oh
telling them.
God, you
Yeah.
too. Fucking peed
Ev
in the
gives
pod.
everything a 3 or 4. It's
I
like,
know.
that's it. Brilliant.
Well, that's either good or pretty good.
Have you given something a
great.
solid 0?
Never.
Never.
Well,
What about
do you know,
1?
I've heard mixed reviews about Craven.
We'll talk about that in a second then. All right. See you guys. I don't know what day this is coming out, but hope you enjoyed it. And we'll be back again next week or later this week, as usual.
This has been Rage Whale. Thanks for hanging out with us. We hope you had a whale of a time.